All right. Hey. Welcome back, guys. All right, Aries. Let's get into this, shall we? So, Aries, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We're going to take a look at what is the next chapter looking like for Aries. We start out with the Seven of Wands. Seven is a divine number. This is also the energy of how a character moves through a struggle. This does note that there can be problems or blockages, but that we have a character that can rise to the occasion. In fact, Aries may be stepping into a leadership position, actually kind of like being a voice for their community or a voice for, their colleagues at work, or taking the lead on something. It really feels like, I don't know if Aries has a certain educational background that will allow them to like be that problem solver or be that person who steps up. We have a Queen of Cups. The next chapter in Aries' world could be one where they recognize that to move through a conflict, they do so with like a gentle touch. Also, there's a lot of different ways to lead. You can lead through fire and vim and vigor, or you can lead with a gentle touch. You can perhaps what people around Aries needs right now is somebody really understanding. Like I'm picturing some of the best people that maybe come in to like lead a new company is when they actually take a time and they sit down and they actually like gently want to actually hear the concerns of the employees that they're about to lead. Hey, what do you think works really well here? What things do you really love? What things would you love to see change? Are you happy? Because we really want to keep the company flowing and you guys are part of the company. When it's genuine and you really want to hear, you really want to be an ear to people, you want to be a resource, that can be an amazing source of leadership. That can really, you notice that there's all these hands like cheering, and then we see this gentleness and we see this opportunity to give birth to something and have the support to go in a new direction. I don't know what this is for Aries, but I feel like they're like a leader in some kind of change, and they are perhaps the exact right soft touch that is needed for this change. They could be a huge support network. They could be like, if Aries is still in the workplace, in the work world, they could be somebody who's going to be someone who actually helps train people as they shift into something that will be like more effective once everybody's trained. They could be really good at holding people's hearts in their hands and really helping people. This could also be an Aries who's is like somebody who works in like maybe a counselor position or a therapist position or human resources or something along those lines. Now, the other thing is you don't have to be in the work world to be playing that role. This could be Aries just in daily life tends to be that person. Hey, Violet. Hi, sweetie. Um, we've got the Four of Cups in the reverse. This is starting to look like, I don't know. I think Aries is going to find that they're in just the right place and time, and they're going to get a lot of really good positive feedback. Aries is going to realize that whatever has happened in their life has led them to this moment, to being this person, to being who they are. We always say Aries is, well, I mean, obviously powerful fire sign and, bold leader. And yet to be a bold leader, that can come in many different packages. And we keep seeing this incredible softness and high vibrational energy coming off of Aries. And I think Aries is going to realize, whatever other things in my life didn't work out, whatever weird, funny set of circumstances have brought me to where I am today, I get it. I know why I am where I am today. I know exactly why I'm here. I'm here because this is where I was meant to be. This is my purpose. This is where I'm supposed to be doing the greatest work of my life. This is a new chapter. This could be an Aries who's going to be playing a role in like mentoring other people around them. This could be an Aries that's like retired, but they have a wealth of knowledge, and they could be somebody who's like amazingly good at helping neighbors with young kids understand their children better, or mentoring people a little bit. There's this awesome energy of all my life experiences have randomly ended up making me the perfect candidate to do what I'm doing today. I never dreamed that all those different experiences I had in my life would actually be carving me into the person I needed to be for this moment. We have a Two of Wands. Aries will have a choice of what they do next. Just because they're in the perfect place in the perfect moment, they are. It doesn't mean that we ever have stasis in life. Nothing in life is like we reach this level and then nothing changes, right? The planet we're on doesn't hold still, so we can't expect anything in life to, like, we get to this level and we go, oh wow, this is perfect, this is right where I'm meant to be. Now I just go into like statue mode. Oh no, Aries is going to be faced with some choices. Hopefully Aries remembers that the skills that they have, or the way they are conducting themselves right now, and the good that they're doing in people's lives around them, that is a talent, that is a gift, that is their particular blessing that they can bestow upon others. I mean, keep in mind, I'm picturing somebody who's like reading to children, volunteering their time or something to go and read to kids in a library on an afternoon. You know how much some of those parents need their kids to be read to because those parents are at work. The amount of value that we give is amazing. And Aries hopefully does recognize what their value is in whatever this is they're giving of themselves. And I do feel like this is an Aries who is giving something of themselves in this next chapter. But they are being encouraged to think about this and be proud of what they do. Look, the peacock, yes, it can be associated with pride, but the peacock feathers are made to look like that for a reason. It's because they need that to, do their mating dance and showcase what they got. It's not like a prideful bird. It's that those feathers serve a purpose. The beauty of what they got, they should flaunt it. So I'm going to say, hopefully Aries realizes what they are doing, no matter how gentle and altruistic it may be. Hopefully they recognize that they have a real gift and that they flaunt that a little bit. And because this has to do with a mating dance, we have to bring that up. It may be time for Aries to conduct themselves with a little bit more spice, a little bit more, little shoulder sachets. We got the Hanged Man. I feel like when it comes to romance, the next chapter of Aries' life could be slow and like a Texas drawl and a soft summer breeze. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like a slow unveiling, a slow rolling energy here. There could be a Pisces on the horizon. There could be somebody that, hey, Pammer, hopefully it's romantic. So nice to see you guys tonight. We get the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody who typically holds back is not going to be holding back around this Aries. I don't know who they are, but they may find themselves feeling ridiculously comfortable in Aries energy. Look, I think that this Aries has maybe they're like an energy worker. Maybe they are somebody who, okay, I will say this. My mother, her superpower is that strangers will walk up to her and will tell her their entire life story. I mean, and we're talking 100% of them. And what I've discovered in my own life is I inherited a little bit of her superpower. And I've always found that people would tell me, wow, I don't know why I just told you that. And I would always just be like, well, I'm honored you did, but there are times where I'm interested in people's stories. I'm interested in, humans and life. And so maybe it's the interest. But this character is actually gifted. Like, I'm not gifted. I joke and say that it's a superpower, but really it's just like curiosity. And people feel comfortable with people who are curious. But this character is not just curious like I'm describing myself and my mother. I think this character is gifted. This character has some energy to them, some special something about them. This goes well beyond just being, a curious little monkey like I am. This is an Aries who has a gift. They may be an energy worker. They may be an empath. They may be somebody who has this natural knack to elicit, like making people comfortable. This Aries could be great with animals. This Aries could be someone who has like a natural ability to lead, combined with this soft like resonance. I could see this person teaching at retreats and yoga centers and all kinds of things like that. Like, this is a gifted speaker and a gifted leader, and somebody who has a gift of putting people who are not usually at ease at ease. This Hanged Man is responding to Aries like that. Whoever he is, he usually is reserved, really reserved, because we got the Four of Pentacles and it's in the reverse. He's like, I don't know what it is about this, this Aries, but I want to be around them. I want them to like notice me, or I want them to pay attention to me. This Aries has got some kind of something special about them, and it's really beautiful. They're not prying into anybody's life. They just make someone who's usually uncomfortable very comfortable. We have a Two of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I think Aries, without even meaning to, just following whatever this is, stepping into this leadership position, doing the thing that Aries feels called to do, feeling so comfortable in their own skin and doing the things that they're doing, I believe that is going to be a big component of like why this person just gets comfortable in Aries connection, and they actually are healed by being around Aries. I don't think Aries set out to like try to heal this person unless they are an energy worker. But I think bizarrely, this character is going to feel better when they walk away from Aries, and they're not going to be able to stop thinking about it. They're going to know something just changed in me. I'm now a white wild Mustang horse. I was silent and holding back from so many people for so long. This person could work with horses, or maybe Aries does. There's something about horses and all this, and maybe that's the other thing. People who are good with like animals, people who connect well to them, have that special bond. Animals feel safe around maybe Aries, and that could be some of the energy of this character as well. Maybe they resisted being broken, let's put it that way. Well, you notice this horse is bareback. They know Aries isn't trying to fix them. Aries just kind of somehow has. It's a really lovely energy. They feel different. They know something is different after they've been around this Aries. This is one of the coolest Aries messages I've ever seen. Oh, Pamela, yes, you are. You've got literally an icon of a horse. How perfect that you're here listening to this one tonight. We have the Devil. They feel like they just got something toxic lifted off their shoulders. Something that they were trapped in for a long, long time just got lifted off their shoulders. I keep wanting to say something about this person like being barebacked, like they didn't want to be oppressed. They wanted to throw off those chains. They didn't want somebody, putting a saddle on them and riding them, but that's kind of what happened to them for a period of time, and that's all gone. That's why we see this horse that is unbridled. There is this energy of them getting their full, like they feel empowered after they walk away from Aries, and they realize that Aries just took away some kind of poison. There is a great song by Neil Diamond called Nothing But a Heartbreak, and in it he's basically singing the song about this woman who actually like saves him, and he's saying like basically all of the he uses a term like this wonderful woman in his life like breaks a spell that he was under from the previous woman that was no good for him, and she, knowing this other woman, like breaks that spell that was cast upon him, and he is like whole again and happy again. It's a very poetic, very beautiful piece of music. Great melody. It's one of his newer ones too. It's not an old track. We got a Six of Swords. It's so crazy because I think he's realizing how long he had been unhappy, and then he meets Aries and something changes in his world. He's totally moved on from something toxic. Let me go back to that Two of Pentacles, because I'm wondering if this is one of those stories where either Aries doesn't know quite what to make of this person, or Aries is like, I'm not sure what I did. I wasn't trying to do anything to you. We have the Devil again, and this time it's called the Reclamation. So I gotta say, I think that as much as Aries can be like, I'm not sure how I helped you, I wasn't really doing anything. Maybe Aries just simply gave somebody a perspective. Maybe they weighed or gave some real factual, simple comment, and it just completely sunk in for whomever this masculine is. Sometimes being patient, the same way we're patient with animals, the same way we're patient with letting things come to us, letting things in nature kind of like, or at least I personally think, you don't go grab a hold of a feral cat and say, you're going to be my nice pet, and demand that you're going to pet a feral cat. They're going to chew your little arms off, as well they should. You don't get to go grab animals. Instead, you put out food and you allow the feral cat to come in and eat a little, and maybe you do that for a couple weeks, and then maybe they build some trust with you, and then eventually maybe they choose to come near you and they choose to let you pet them. And having that respect and letting somebody say, well, it's your choice. You don't have to let somebody else control you, or you don't have to give me anything. I almost feel like Aries somehow showed them that they have choice. And that might have been the thing that they needed to hear. Because I think this Aries is a very free spirit on one hand. They definitely, I don't think you could control this Aries no matter what. This Aries is soft and sweet, but don't get it twisted. This Aries is a leader all day long. You can't force this Aries to bow to anybody, but they don't come across out of the way. They come across soft, but they're not trying to force other people either. And I'm wondering if they gave this person who had been under somebody else's thumb for a really long time, they gave them that different perspective on, well, you don't have to be under somebody else's thumb. You don't have to stay with a partner who doesn't treat you well. I mean, do you? Why? Why don't you just stop going home to them if they treat you like garbage? Why don't you not work for that boss if they treat you like garbage? You're talented. Why don't you get a different job? Of course you can get something else. You don't have to stay under someone else's thumb. I don't know. It feels like Aries might have just laid out the choices for this person. And that's it. It was that simple. But it's because Aries themselves doesn't see themselves without choices. Remember, we go back to that Two of Wands. Aries always has a choice. Everything Aries does, they have a choice. That is like the hallmark of a true leader. It's like, I get to decide how I behave. I get to decide who I interact with. Aries maintains, Aries came across as a queen. You don't push the queen. You won't be able to push her because she'll find another way to stay sovereign. She doesn't get controlled. She may agree to work with you, but you don't have the upper hand over a queen ever, because they don't need you. They can walk away, and that's how you maintain your real power. You can always let it go. Oh, you want me to do this? It has to be this way. No, that's okay. You can keep that. I'm not going to play. That's how you beat the devil. You don't play their game. They can't control you if you don't let them. And I'm wondering if that's what Aries gave to this person, this perspective. And it's like, oh my God, you're right. I can walk away. That seems to be the most incredible, support Aries could have ever given this person, the most incredible perception. And Aries, in turn, was not trying to control this character. That's pretty amazing. So what do they want with Aries? I can see what a huge inspiration Aries is to this person. Nine of Wands. They might be saying, can you heal me a little tiny bit more? Because I was a wounded warrior for a long time. Now I'm free. Aries, do you think you could, I'm not saying they want Aries to nursemaid them, but they may want Aries to definitely stay in their life, because a wounded warrior, I mean, he's only got one more wand and then he'll be totally good. But they still need some gentleness. We have the universe, the world card. It's kind of like, will you be with me as I walk through this next chapter, Aries? I think that this person, I don't know that Aries intended to help liberate somebody like this. I don't know that Aries was trying. Aries is not a home wrecker or anything like that. But if this character were in a really miserable connection, romance, job, whatever it was, way of life, they may have walked away from it, and they may be leaning directly into Aries' world, wanting to be a part of it, have Aries be a part of their next chapter. Maybe this is somebody who's leaving a partner in order to then be able to have a chance to be with Aries. But again, that wasn't like, Aries didn't set this up. So it's like, ooh, let me see if I can steal you away from somebody. I'll treat you better than them. That's not what we're seeing here. I think it was just kind of this natural. I literally just took that card and put it right back in the incorrect deck. Like, I apparently think these colors are the same now. I feel like this is one of those situations where it wasn't a plot or a plan. It just happened this way. but they are definitely a part of Aries' next chapter, or maybe I should say Aries is a part of theirs. Interesting. Interesting storyline on this one. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh, Pamela, I love that. That's your mare's eye. That's wonderful. What is her name? What is your mare's name? I'm sure you've told me years ago. Forgive me that my memory sometimes doesn't last much beyond a year or two. Ginger, very nice. We'll give Ginger a pat or a sugar cube or a carrot on behalf of me and Aries. Thank you again, Hopeless Romantic. So nice to see you. And Violet, number one, my darling. All right, you guys, lots of love. Thank you, Aries, for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye, guys. Oh, nice to see you, Leanne Dioki. Leanne D. Loki. Excuse me. I try to get the names right. It takes me a minute though. Thank you, sweetheart. Bye for now.